So in this video, we're going to do a first ride impression after I got some new parts on it and a two-wheel DynoWorks Flash tune. So first, my pride and joy, I've been talking about it for months. I waited 3 months for this spark exhaust. There she is. Ooh, yeah, sexy, ain't she? I also got a DNA air filter and Graves block-off plates. And so this isn't my first impression ride, as the title implies, because when you send your ECU off to get flashed, it comes back, you put it back on the bike, and you have check engine lights for a couple rides, 2 exactly. They went away just fine. Now we're gonna go and test out and give you all my impression. Let's get it. All right. Yeah, it feels raw. It feels real raw. So some of you might have noticed I usually ride in sport mode because it gives me the traction control, wheelie control, all that. On this, I'm not, because when the check engine light was on from getting the ECU back from the flash, it had no electronics, and man, this thing was raw, and it just, woo! Hey, I'm telling you, it was a different animal. And I didn't have a quick shifter or nothing. Apparently I've gotten spoiled having quick shifters, because hey, I was like, dude, it was going, man. I wasn't shifting as smooth as I wanted to, and pulling the front end up and all that. So the first thing I noticed, I got a block from my house after getting the ECU back in, and I was never really able to power wheelie this thing except for like up in the higher RPMs, and I could bust power wheelies on this all day now. Alright, let me see. See, those are just little ones. See what I'm saying? I'm not going big. I'm not a wheelie guy, and I'm not going to wreck my bike over it. I just like little pow-pows here and there. I'll get a little more bold on the 600, but I'm not trying to risk my 10 like that. Man, it just, woo, it pulls hard, but it still pulls smooth, which was like my first impression of the bike. So from what I've seen of the two-wheel DynoWorks tunes, and I'll include a screenshot of like their test graph with, you know, the mods I have compared to a stock bike right here. But see, it gains about 30 horsepower from the look of it. Obviously that's different per bike and per altitude, but they've done pretty good, and I can feel the difference. It's only the second bike I've ever gotten a flash tune on. I'm meaning to get to the 600s. I'll get there. I got to do the air filter and the block-off plates on. The block-off plates were a mother to do on this thing. First of all, Kawasaki engineers are assholes. I'll say it. Oh, that is a cop. Don't mess with me. I'm not really doing anything crazy though. But you never know. Sometimes they get a wild hair up their butt. But yeah, Kawasaki engineers are assholes. And so this bike, I've never seen this before. In the top of the air box, it has 4 injectors spraying down into the butterfly valves. I looked them up. They're upper injectors. I'm an alright mechanic, but I'm not like a mechanic, you know what I mean? So I don't know quite what that does, except for probably more, I imagine the high RPMs, it sprays and just gives it. So, and then so the back bolts on the AIS were all the way up against the frame right here, top of the engine. Real hard to get to. It wasn't easy. So, ooh, we about to get out of here. Last night I come out here on this. I took the same route last night when I got it in there. This one I put it in the bike. I come out here. I was doing 190 out on this, or 180, excuse me, 180, 185. 180, 185. So I can't talk, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me. And I was just cooking. We're gonna get around this guy. I don't want him to mess up my get on the freeway. I don't know if I'm gonna do that right now. Honestly, I don't like doing that stuff in my videos. We might get it a little bit, it's hard to say, but I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not trying to be the king of self-incrimination. I ain't King Von over here. Shots fired. I'm just kidding. But for real, you shouldn't advertise your crimes. Honestly, even just saying it, I don't know the legalities of that. I should watch what I say. But, ooh, this bike just... And it sounds good, too. See? Ooh! It's not too loud, you know. It has a nice deep sound. And it's not, like, stupid loud, which I like. I don't like the stupid loud bikes. I mean, they're fun a little bit, but when you ride them all the time, it gets annoying. Like, my wife has the M4 Street Slayer on her bike. And that thing's stupid loud. Like, it is almost not even pleasurable. So watch, we're gonna get some money out here. Ooh, that's a big dip. Haha. Woo! A little bit hard pulling. I should have just run around Kansas. Did they really just do that because I was coming up? Man, I mean, it was a fast bike before, don't get me wrong, but just having the sound associated with it too, just, oh dude, I'm telling you, made me fall in love with this bike all over again. Alright. Limiter. Forgot the shift. Yeah, buddy. This thing scoots. yeah. She scoots, I'm telling you. Also exciting news, I ordered a Insta360. So we're gonna get some like different cinematic shots in my videos, and we're trying to up our game here, guys. We're gonna get this channel popping this summer. I'm telling you, we're just glad y'all are here for it, man. I still can't believe I bang the rev limiter. I knows better. It's all good. Yeah, see, you can see this bike, man. It Wheel DynoWorks really opened it up, man. Shout out to them. Nate Phipps over there, great guy. I see him all over the internet. He's real helpful. It's what made my decision to send it to them. There's other people in the game, as y'all know. A lot of them with good names. So the big things that made me want to send it to him, because I thought about going cross-playing R1 with Nick Marino. That's who tuned my R1. He did a great job. Not down to this dude's work at all, but I wanted to try something different. And Nick Marino's flash was 500, whereas Nate's was 400, which actually I got it on sale, some kind of sale for 350. And Wheel DynoWorks does a reflash if I do any more mods. This local rider in town, Gabe, big shout out, Gabe, you the man. We've helped each other out back and forth, you know, on bike stuff. He's gonna give me a +2 Vortex sprocket for this bike, so I'm gonna go +2 in the rear. I was only gonna go +1, but I ain't arguing with free. To me, that means it was meant to be, so we're gonna do that. And this thing should just be insane after that. It's just absolute animal. It's scary fast now. I mean, it was fast before, but I'll tell you, man, it really woke up, and I'm not done working on it yet. You know, there's gonna be more done to it. I want to do like ceramic wheel bearings, and I'm obviously gonna do the Vortex sprockets +2 in the rear with a I want to say the black and gold DID chain. I don't know, I have it on my 636. I want to say it's DID or RK Takasago. I think DID though. One of those two, I'm pretty sure. Great chains, and the black just look at the bike. How can you argue with that? Black and gold, woo, with the black sprocket. So And I'll go back to riding the sport mode on here, but I like to have a little electronics, man, on a bike that's powerful, fast. It's not, because I don't really ride with them off very often, and having like no electronics to check engine light, man, really made me realize how raw this bike is without them. It reminds me of my R1, except for this is faster than my R1, but hey, that R1, dude, you'd be going rah, rah, and just lifting the wheel in every gear you're shifting to plus 100, you know. Like this obviously has a quick shifter, so it's not doing that, because, you know, the quick shifter does its job. Quick shifters are great. I don't know how I ever survived without one. They make me lazy. I almost never shift manually now. Like yesterday I was having to shift manually with this bike. I was like, I felt like such a rookie, y'all. I'd have been embarrassed. I'm glad I didn't make a video. I thought about it because, I mean, the lights are part of it, but I wanted to have, I'm an aesthetic sort of person. Check engine lights bug me, and I didn't want to have y'all watching my video with all this ding 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 Christmas tree going on up here, you know. So I chose to get the check engine lights off before first. I'm glad I didn't have to clear them, because on the Wheel DynoWorks it states, now that you've had a second to read it, it states that it should clear 2 rides. If not, go get it cleared. I took it on 2 rides, approximately 10-15 minutes apiece, and when I started it the 3rd time, it was gone. Funny story, so when I get the ECU back last night, I'm at work. I finally go home from work, it's like 7 o'clock. I go slap it in the bike, and I want to do this cold start thing, you know, get a little video like the reel I put up. But I slap it in the bike, crank, 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 nothing. Crank, 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 nothing. I turn it off and on a few times. I'm like, make sure the ECU's in the right way, all this stuff. Well, hell, I guess I have to tear the bike down. So I start tearing the bike down, the top end tank. I go to take the tank off, and the fuel pump is unplugged. Y'all, when I tell you I felt stupid, man, I mean, please believe I felt stupid. So, should we? Yeah, we're gonna go up here a little bit. Screw it. Sorry, lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, I felt real. Oh God, that was a bolt. I felt real stupid. I feel like I'm better than that, and I've just had all sorts of problems, man. Life has been really good lately, which means that, of course, some bittersweet things are gonna happen. I'll get into it a little bit. Recently hired a contractor to do a fence for me, and he just did a horrible job on a payment. I'm taking him to court. I hate court. I don't want to do this, but I'm not being taken advantage of like that. When I was doing the oil change the day before yesterday, because I, you know, fresh oil change, all that, the oil filter would not come off, man. I tried everything. I even banged a screwdriver through it, made a huge mess. All the screwdriver did is rip the oil filter. If anyone ever has this problem, here's how I fixed it. I took a piece of sandpaper, I folded it over in half so that the rough side was on both sides, put it in the oil filter cinch wrench, you know the one I'm talking about, the little band that tightens down, and that brought it off. Busted my knuckle open doing it. I had a few problems working on the bike, obviously. It just is what it is, man. I broke off the little clamp that holds wires down under here. Not a huge deal, the wires aren't going anywhere, but it's a brand new bike. It's upsetting. So, I mean, I'm an alright mechanic, but I'm not, you know, as nearly as good as I'd like to be. We're getting there. You know, I'm always growing, always trying to get better, so, you know, don't fault me. And, yeah, this bike's just, whew, I'd be loving it. Oh, man, I really want to smash, but I really don't want to get in trouble. Woo. Just look at this open road. The HPs here in Texas, though, are ruthless. And they will run you down like a dog. And I can't run anymore anyways. Yeah, y'all know my situation, so. Yeah, it's just man, this bike, I just, like right now, like the exhaust, I can't really hear it above the ride. So it's not any added noise to my ride, whereas like the shorties really just ring in your ears, man. This thing just, it's a nice exhaust. Now I waited 3 months for it, and the fabrication is great. My only complaint on fabrication was one of the mounting holes. I'd use my Dremel and make it a little bit bigger. That just is what it is, I guess. Not my favorite when you pay $1,000 for an exhaust, but no huge deal. And it's the one that's under the bike, so like nobody's ever gonna see it. And I do pretty decent fab work, y'all. Like honestly, unless you knew you were looking for it, I bet someone could look at this exhaust and not find it. The sound is killer. I just love the sound on this exhaust. There, we'll see what I'm saying. It's not too whiny, it's deep, it's not too loud. It just, so I would recommend it if you got some time to kill, if you don't mind waiting. If you mind waiting, actually I'm gonna go this way. I don't know, if you mind waiting, I wouldn't do it. So I was like, yeah, see, the sound is great when you're getting on it too. It has nice distinctive character. And so I can tell you, the exhaust itself, the whole thing weighed 4.2 pounds. I weighed it. My stock when I took off, I believe, was like 16 pounds. So I've got some decent weight reduction on this bike so far too. Because that boat anchor they insist on putting on the back stock where your license plate and blinkers go, you know, taking that off takes off. Well, I've probably gotten 15, 20 pounds off this, well, probably 15 pounds off this bike so far. Sorry, dry air. So it's just, man, it's just been I'm so happy to finally start working on it. I want to start doing some simple things like ASV levers, some grips. I need the rad guard, you know, just give it some character, you know, some ceramic ball, ceramic ball bearings for the wheels. And I'd like to tint, so it has the blinkers right here on the back. I'd like to tint those black so they don't just like look orange. I think they look out of place. I'm not doing a mirror delete. I like my mirrors. I use the hell out of my mirrors. People are always like, you can't see anything out of sport bike mirrors. I'm like, really? Like, I can see all up behind me. Like, and I'm old, bending around like that, don't do it for me. Man, I'll be old, y'all. Old. I'm like granddad over here. So, yeah, that's my assessment of everything. Man, it's great. I love it. Would highly recommend Wheel DynoWorks to anyone on the fence. Spark, it's a great exhaust. There's lots of great exhausts out there. I'm not bad mouthing them, but I am a little mad about the wait. I was told it would be 4 to 6 weeks. That was a lie. It was 3 months almost to the day. It's made in Italy. I had to wait for it to be made and shipped, and it was just a long wait, and communication wasn't my favorite. But it is what it is. I have it now. Everything's all good. So I'm not going to sit here and be a Nancy Downer and complain and all that. Like, it's great. The bike runs great. Everything, ooh, it sounds great. So, and I'm glad I went with Spark because not everyone has it. And actually, I say another creator in Dallas, actually, he used to have a different, he has the same bike, you know, a few years older, but you know, this Gen 6 ZX10R. And he used to have a, I want to say Acropovich on it, but ZX Mess has the Spark on his bike now, I noticed. So we're a little bit twinsies. His bike is way nicer. Don't get it twisted, man. That dude is just, he keeps his shit clean, bro. All right. Woo! That wasn't wrapping it out or nothing. Just, you know, giving y'all a preview of the goods. Gotta show them the goods. I can't wait to go back to the drag strip. I'm gonna try to get them tans, boy. Ooh, I bet I can do it. Plus, we get to take this bad boy to the Tail of the Dragon here in, I think 2 months. I ordered a rad cooler for my car, radiator cooler, because I have the CVT transmission in my Subaru. We're gonna install a tow hitch on it. Got a motorcycle trailer coming, so we're gonna trailer this bad boy to Tennessee, and woo, it's gonna be good stuff, guys. We're gonna make some good videos, have a lot of fun, and just you know what I mean. What is in my, oh, it's my arm and my shadow. I see my shadow look like I had a hood. Bro, I was tripping. Honestly, the main reason I keep this bike in sport mode is I like the options that go into place where some of this stuff goes more. Like, watch. Not rain. Road. Let's see how road mode feels. Not as raw, but still good. Say I got trip, the temperature, you know, and then like, look, we got trip B. Oh, we can reset that because that's my oil change one. I thought that was a cop sitting there. Ah. You got the lean angles. That's my favorite thing. I think the lean angles is cool. Oh, dumber. 1786 on the bike. So yeah, I've only had it since January too. We put a few miles on it. I'd be riding, bruh. Oh, and we can go up to sport. And so the throttle isn't as twitchy like, so in sport it was twitchy a little bit, but it's not like twitchy now. It smoothed it out a little bit. So I thought that was pretty cool. Especially like in the lower, like when I was going like just in the flow of traffic, it'd be kind of a little bit jerky. Like when I'm just going the same speed, it'd be a little bit jerky, kind of like and it's not doing that anymore. So it just, I'm real happy with everything, man, and just big things coming on the bike and my personal life, on the channel, y'all. Like, I keep watching. We're gonna do some cool stuff. Just keep watching, man. And everyone's new, welcome. Everyone who's been around since day one, you got all the best. Like, I'm real excited about how everything's going. I sold my first sticker the other day. I don't even know if it was from the YouTube channel or just from the store, because I do it through Shopify, so someone could have just ran across my store. Either way, whoever bought that Reckless Lifestyle sticker, man, it's all love. Cherry red, I appreciate you. Dude out in Tennessee. Ironic. That was cool, man. Honestly, I made the store. I didn't expect to sell anything yet. I'm just taking the right steps because we're trying to go up with this, man. I'm trying to make big things happen here, and I just know what needs to happen. But I didn't really expect to sell much right away. So it's all love. Anyone wants to buy anything. I'm going to make some more designs. I'm working on some ideas in my head, mainly just time constraints. All this is, you know, I'm doing all this by myself. And it's not a lot yet, but it's progressing to get more. Plus, I work a full-time job, more than a full-time job. You know, I work 50 to 65 hours a week. Lately, I've been trying to take more off just because I don't believe in just working your whole life away, you know? So, we're doing all that around that. I am getting to some stuff, maybe not as fast as I should, but I am getting there, y'all. I think I want to do a stupid fast sticker and get that out there. I was thinking about one that says "Go fast, eat ass." I just think it's funny, yo. But seriously, eat ass, she'll stick around. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. If not, then I'm just a nasty mother. Either way, I'm square with it. Some other stuff I want to come up with. I need like some cool designs, and I'm trying to come up with like something like, you know, like one thing that sticks out. So I want to have my own idea, like a 6'4" Honda, the guy that got me into moto vlogs. He had this thing that said bike life, then a line, everything. So bike life over everything, and that was clever, man. And I want to do something that's kind of along that lines of cleverness, but like my own type thing. Obviously, I'm not copying 6'4" Honda. That wouldn't be right. Dude, just he's the one that absolutely made me want to moto vlog. I was just late to the game because I procrastinate, and I had to go do some time, had some life issues, all that, blah blah blah, you know, womp womp. So yeah, but we're getting somewhere. On that happy note, I'm out.